House Saga videos, I've ended with the same teaser.
What are we gonna do about this incomplete upper deck?
What are we gonna do with this unfinished upper deck? Now, what are we gonna do about this unfinished upper deck? I promise you'll find out next time. Today, finally, we answer that question. On the other side of the house, we have this big, beautiful covered deck. However, when we bought the house, our inspector told us that this deck had major problems. The supports were rotting, and the deck itself was sinking. When the previous owners found out about this, they voluntarily sent us a pretty big check to help out with fixing the deck. Thanks, Bobby. Unfortunately, because the problem was with the foundation of the deck, it was going to be really hard to do and really, really expensive. I wrestled with it for over a year. Fix the deck or just tear it down and lose all that value. About half of the deck boards were in pretty good shape. The rest of them, not so much. So with the new deck needing matching deck boards, I finally pulled the trigger. We would delete the sinking deck and reuse whatever materials we could salvage. I started pulling up the nicer boards, but there was a problem. The screws either stripped out or they splintered the wood on their way out. I just had to hope that the back side of the boards would be usable. And it turns out that real unstained redwood was gorgeous. Not all of the deck boards came out clean enough to reuse, but hopefully there would be enough. I cleaned them up as best as I could, and I cut off the bad spots whenever possible. Then I got to work decking up that unfinished deck.
It's perfect! One left over. But it's a deck! Woohoo!
From the moment I decided to use the back side of those donor boards, I knew that it meant sanding and restaining the entire deck. Now, it kind of needed it anyway, but here's the thing. That deck wraps around 2 whole sides of the house. That's over 80 feet of deck to sand and restain. We rented a floor sander and Tammy got to work. However, after several hours of sanding and multiple trips back to Home Depot for different sandpaper and more advice, there just wasn't much progress. We needed to get all the way through to bare wood. Now, the guy at the Home Depot had another machine that he said, and I quote, was really scary and super easy to screw up. But we needed something, so we rented the barrel sander with the most aggressive sandpaper that they had. Now, he wasn't wrong. This thing eats wood, and if you even pause for a second in one stop, you end up with divots in the wood. But at least it worked. We had beautiful bare redwood. Even using the scary machine, it took Tammy most of the day to get to this part of the front porch.
Beautiful, Dare.
I'll let you know, this is from the other one.
Okay.
It's not for me. Well, it's for me, but with the other one.
With the other one. Look at this beautiful wood. Wow. Good job. And then this.
I'm tired.
Now, you may have spotted the problem with the side deck. What are we gonna do about this weird brick thing? What do you think of these styling bricks? Blech. Got to go.
But we have to keep those.
Yeah, we do.
I think it's going with those.
I don't know, unless we just take it out altogether and don't have a gate.
We have to have a gate.
Oh,
Bears.
bears. Get out.
We have to do the other side. Duh.
There was a nail in there. Okay. There's that.
Oops, sorry. Do that again. I flinched. Go put them back up.
Like that.
Okay, clear. Oh, dang it. Wheel on it. Okay. Done. That center post was attached to the deck with the biggest lag bolts I've ever seen. No, I'm not talking about this one. Okay, Mountain House Saga fans. We have one of those moments. We have this door, and I like the door, but this blech. It's not even. And if we're gonna sand and stain the deck, if we ever decide to take this out, then there'll be a spot that doesn't match. But how do I keep this door?
How do we keep bears off the deck?
Jamie is so worried about bears on the deck. But anyway, so we're gonna take this down, and I'm gonna put the door in the shed and save it. Y'all comment and tell me how to figure out how to put this door back here and have it look good. Let me know.
Now, of course, as usual, the door put up a fight. So we pulled out the big guns.
Holy cow, it's pulling the truck. It worked! And it landed right on the bricks and the concrete, so it probably didn't tear up the deck.
Didn't tear up the roof.
Hooray!
So finally, we could finish the sanding.
I kind of wish we could keep it looking like this, because I love natural wood look, but we have to cover it with something. Hopefully the something that we picked is not gonna change it too much. It's still gonna let the natural grain show through and some of the color. But this has been basically 4 days of various kinds of sanding. Tomorrow we stain because the next day it rains and we can't have rain on our naked wood.
It turns out that it takes about 6 hours to do one coat on this huge mongus deck. I would like to have gotten 3 or 4 coats down, but after only 2 coats, the rain started. Good news, it looks amazing. And better news, it repels water. Win! So now it's done. Well...
Don't fall off. You know, we should probably do something so that you don't fall off. We need some handrails like these. Okay, so it's not done.
And what are we gonna do about this partially torn down front deck? I guess you'll have to subscribe to find out. We'll see you next time.